Welcome YouTube community. What's going on? Welcome to Invest Desk. My name is Syed. So there's some breaking news that I'd like to talk about. So once again, welcome to Invest Desk, your #1 channel for investing in cryptocurrency with daily updates, especially Dogecoin news and forecasts. And we're going to deep dive into taking a look at what's going on today. So I know it's a little late, but just wanted to get this aside of the latest tweet by Elon Musk, Dojo for Doge. What does that all mean? How does it work? And what happens to the price? And then, of course, a long-term outlook. So the SpaceX CEO, right, Elon Musk, once tweeted, if you remember, who controls the memes controls the universe. Well, a sentiment that lays at the heart of much of the financial shenanigans moving forward, right? So aside from the Reddit community coming together, basically we saw a huge spike in the Dogecoin. So we're going to talk about this, and if you have not subscribed yet, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like and comment so I know what's going on and who's holding what and what's the deal. So I'm going to first take a look at the chart itself, and then right after we're going to talk about Dojo for Doge. That's the latest tweet by Elon Musk. All right, so let me switch to the other window here. Perfect. So here's the who's holding and who's buying more on the Reddit community. I just got that up yesterday. If you have not looked at it, so go ahead, find user ClayDesk and Reddit, and then of course, or you can also join Dogecoin as well. All right, so what I want to talk about is the tweet itself. So Dojo for Doge, what does that really mean, and what's the deal behind it? Okay, and that's what we need to take a look at and kind of see what is actually happening when Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla and SpaceX, talks about this. And Musk has been sharing a series of tweets promoting Dogecoin, which initially began as a cryptocurrency joke, but hey, it has actually gained a lot of momentum for the last year. So talking to Twitter today, Elon Musk said, "I just set up some little Doge mining rigs with my kids. It was fun. With this, Dogecoin price briefly shot up to about 0.589, right? So that's pretty high on just that one tweet. But is that something that we're seeing as a pattern, where Elon Musk says something and then there's a little spike and then it kind of comes down? Or is that something that's going to be, in the long haul, right? So what are we looking at here? So the idea is that Elon Musk is definitely a big supporter, no doubt. But what happened when he actually tweeted Dojo for Doge? So let's talk about that. What does that mean? So there was speculation on the Reddit Dogecoin discussion board that it was a reference to the Tesla supercomputer, named after basically the traditional Japanese martial arts gymnasium, right? That's where basically the big whales, so what he's referring to is just fighting with the big whales and of course the people's currency. And that's what we're looking at here when we talk about the supercomputer named after the traditional Japanese martial arts gymnasium. But what does he mean with the tweet? And that's the idea, right? So when we say, let me bring that up quick here first. There we go. So here's Dojo for Doge, okay, and that's what we're looking at. What does that mean? So Dojo is basically a neural network, right? It's a chip being developed by Tesla's hardware team. and they call it Dojo, D-O-J-O. So this chip that is developed by Tesla's hardware team is the reason why, and what they want to do is they want to increase the learning speed of neural networks at the server side. So a little bit technical, right? But that's the idea. So Elon Musk said that Dojo version 1 will be released in about 1 year. Okay, so that's great news. So we have two things that we found. First, what Dojo is, right? What Elon is referring to is the supercomputer that Tesla's hardware team uses to increase the learning speed of neural networks. And second, he says Dojo for Dogecoin, which means that he may possibly, once the new version is released, he may try to incorporate Dogecoin with it. I don't know. Maybe Tesla is going to use Dogecoin in day-to-day transactions, maybe subscriptions or whatever it is, right? So Dojo runs, the supercomputer basically is an artificial intelligence algorithm that trades Doge and distributes it to keep the price level stable. So the artificial intelligence governed currency, that's really what that kind of means. So that's what we're leaning towards when Musk has said Dojo for Doge. And of course, the price of Dogecoin jumped up and went all the way up to 0.58 or 0.59 even, right? So that's a pretty big jump, considering that just 6 hours ago, I know, or we were talking about in the other live stream, that the price was at 0.54. Okay, so, and of course, a lot of us bought at 0.48, 0.5, and the price jumped up to 0.58. So if you were pumping and dumping, of course, you're speculating, you're going to do this. You can sell and buy, but of course, we're in it for the long haul, and that's what we're after. Okay, so that's what we mean by when we talk about Elon Musk. Let's take a look at the price quick of what's happening today, right now, with the price. There we go. So here's the chart. Okay, now notice the price is at 0.567, 0.566, right? So this was the spike that we saw a little while ago, where it went all the way up to 0.57. Okay, and possibly because of the tweet, but the real purpose is not so that we have spikes. The idea is that we should have, basically, look into the actual wisdom behind what Tesla is doing, or what Elon Musk is actually doing and working at. So what he means by this is the idea that when he says Dojo for Doge, that's simply Tesla's Dojo supercomputers, right? Which is the part of the Tesla's eventual plan to allow cars to drive themselves only using a camera and radar. Okay, so that's what they're working on. So Dojo also has a role in the company's plan to create a fleet of robo-taxis or something like that. Okay, so what's happening here is that Tesla is trying, or Elon Musk is trying to, take into consideration how he can incorporate and use Dogecoin as part of his own organization. So when we talk about Dogecoin as part of his own organization, what do we mean? Well, we know that recently he bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, okay? And if that's the case, what happens when he actually, maybe down the road, maybe in a year or so, because that's what they're working on. They're working on releasing, version 1 of Dojo, right? Which is basically a neural network chip being developed by Tesla's hardware team, okay? So that's really the key So we have a 1 year span when this chip is going to be developed. Well, let's see how Dogecoin pans out. Okay, and of course the current price is at 0.57, went all the way up to 0.58. So I want to talk about what actually is in detail this chip, right? This supercomputer. And this is exciting news because in the long run that's going to help quite a bit. Okay, so what we're talking about here is, before we actually go, where's my jar here, guys? Here we go. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that we, we're growing as a community. All right, so more and more people are going to be joining this chat. I know it's a little late, but we're going to be breaking down the richest and perhaps most powerful person, right, is saying about Dogecoin. Also, welcome to InvestDesk. My name is Syed, and look at all the stuff that is going on, right? So Elon Musk, big tweets coming up talking about potentially a supercomputer for Dogecoin, and that's a possibility, right? And this could be really huge. So we're going to take a look at this and how that's going to affect the Dogecoin. So just a few hours ago, Elon said Dojo for Doge, right? As I mentioned, it's a chip that is being developed, right? But it may shock you the additional details that it comes, right? So this is a huge day for Dogecoin. And of course, the price went up all the way up to 0.58 and has been going up. We saw a spike just after the tweet itself, okay? So, and Dogecoin was kind of going down a little bit, but then he stopped it. There was a big spike of this news, right? So it's a beautiful big spike with Dogecoin, okay? So the idea is that Elon Musk, is actually supporting Dogecoin in all forms. So even over the period of time, you'll see the upward slope, right? The upward incline towards the price. And that's important. So we're going to talk about how Dojo, Elon Musk, is going to actually get all this up, and up, right? Dogecoin to the moon. So, and make sure you subscribe. So I need your support, guys, so that we can get the latest updates, and smash the like button, share this stream. This is going to be a live stream. I'm going to do this every single day. And we're going to be doing a lot of investigative, work. So that's the idea, because you want to be able to stay on top of some of these terms. Whether you're pumping and dumping or in the long run, this definitely helps, right? So we're going to have a lot of fun building this community as we move forward. So, and then, hey Hector, welcome. So he just said the world's most popular cryptocurrency rose to record $58,000, right? And that's really what Bitcoin is all about. Look at the price of what's happening, right? Taking its weekly gain around 20%. It has surged around 100% even this year alone. So even if you were in Bitcoin, you would have doubled this year alone, okay? So, and Dojo for Doge, what is that, right? So we're going to take a look at what really is Dojo for Doge. So let me bring up the screen here one more time. There we go. And this is the tweet that we're looking at by Elon Musk about 8 or 9 hours ago, where he says Dojo for Doge. And I did mention that Dojo is basically a supercomputer, right, or a chip that Tesla is working on to develop. Now, the way Elon Musk ties this up with Dojo is great, okay? Because the idea is that he may want to use Dogecoin within, his supercomputers, and that's the idea. So the purpose is simple, right? So we have to look at all the other, evidences, right? So, and we need to solve and figure it out as to what exactly he's doing, okay? And, of course, Hector says, Elon is amazing. Look at all his projects. Dogecoin is on his table. Definitely. No doubt about that. Dogecoin is one of the projects, right? And the world's richest man, he could have done so much with other projects, right? But he's actually sticking to Dogecoin because he sees a lot of potential within this particular cryptocurrency. And that's really what's going on, okay? So, and of course, if we're able to put a cap on Dogecoin, that's going to change everything. It's going to be huge. So, and that's really what's going on is Tesla is developing the neural network training computer called Dojo, okay? So the idea is that that relates, right? So it all kind of relates together. So, and really it's just investigation into the current news, the updates, and what's going on, and how we actually work with it. So let me bring up the other Dojo for Doge, and that's what we're looking at, guys, okay? So, and a lot of people are replying, okay? So Elon also changed his profile description and picture too, right? So metaphoric, right? That's what he changed the description to, by the way, okay? So we can connect Doge to going to $1, and that's the idea when we're talking about even my yesterday's stream. If you look at it, where I streamed Doge to $1 is what's happening, where Elon says, should we, right? So a question was being asked to Elon, right? And he said, should we take it to $1? Yeah. So once again, everyone new joining this stream, make sure you hit the like button and comment. So do the work, go down there, hit the button. We need to get more people on this channel because InvestDesk is going to be the most up-to-date channel bringing you the latest and greatest news. So as we look at some of the other tweets and replies, he's looking at Dogecoin going past 5 cents, 10 cents, right? Bye-bye. So we're moving forward, right? So the idea is that what's going on? Okay, so all of these replies to this shows that Dogecoin is definitely on the table of Elon Musk as one of the things that he wants to incorporate within his supercomputer, right? And of course, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, but it's all speculation, but it kind of makes sense, right? Think about it. Why is Elon Musk doing it? The question is why, okay? Not how and what is going on, but really, why is he doing it? So the idea is that, he's talking about like hyper normalization, right? So what we need to kind of figure it out, and that's we gotta Google and see behind the scenes of what's going on, okay? So that's exactly what we want when we go behind the scenes, right? So why did Elon Musk, even change his description to metaphoric, right? So we can use Google to find out and take a look at that also, okay? So let's see. And those of you, by the way, I did create a video I'm going to post shortly about what is Dogecoin and how do you actually get into it. So make sure you hit the bell notification so you get the latest and greatest updates as well as new videos. So right now in this live stream, we're going to get at the bottom of this, a big day. And thank you so much for joining. And then, of course, I can see all of your, when you're posting in the comments area. So, and again, Dogecoin is the type of, currency, as the name implies. Like fiat currencies like the US dollar are backed by the issuing government, but by definition, of course, Dogecoins are decentralized. And what that really means is that they're not issued by and controlled by any government or some regulatory authority. And Dogecoin's price is, of course, currently at 0.055. Well, it was a couple of hours ago, but now it's 0.058. And even if you find out something, just let me know. Post in your comment, right? So we're going to take a look at hypernormalization, right? So the idea is that supercomputer Dojo that Elon Musk is saying, supercomputer for Doge potentially, okay? And that's huge. So what I see, as moving forward in the future, if that kind of ties in his supercomputer or the chip that is being developed, and then when we talk about how it kind of incorporates with Dogecoin, will be great. So the idea behind normalization, that hyper normalization we're talking about, is hyper normalization. Okay, what is it that he's trying to say with this, right? And that's really what is going on. So he's always very innovative, right? So he's trying to lead us on a path going somewhere. Maybe he followed the Dogecoin developers on Twitter. Maybe he's kind of helping them out, trying to develop something big, even bigger than just the people's currency. So, but the bottom line is straightforward, guys. Elon Musk is actually into all of this. Okay, and he has himself making sure that he works and he stays for Doge. Okay, so that's the Elon Musk tweet. If I go to the Reddit community here quickly, just to show you where I placed some updates yesterday. Let's go to, oh, there we go. Okay, so the movement from Elon's last tweet, Dojo for Doge, took the price all the way up to 0.0575. Okay, so a big spike, and that's the idea. So not so much as the price is being up, but really taking a look at what actually happens in the long run. So we're in it for the long run, guys, right? So let me know, put it in the comments if you're holding and going steady, right? So every time we go, we just kind of make sure that we keep accumulating as much as possible. And that's the strategy that I've personally been using, and many other of my friends are also using this, right, on this community. So all right, so let's see, where is the jar here, guys? So make sure you hit the subscribe and share, and of course hit the bell notification so you get notified. All right, so Joe Poe says that, is this going to happen now or next month? I've been waiting for a while. Well, yeah, things are moving pretty fast, by the way. Okay, so things are actually going in the positive direction, and a lot of development is happening, right? So there's a lot of hype, a lot of actual action also, not just talk, but also Elon Musk behind all of this is actually making all of this happen. Maybe he's structuring something. Okay, and of course in the last live stream about Dogecoin developers, I talked about what developers are up to, right? So there's a lot of traction going on, and more companies are accepting Dogecoin as part of their mainstream currency. And that's the goal, that we need to, as a community, make Dogecoin as people's currency. So keep in mind that when Elon Musk talks about hyper normalization, right? So and Elon Musk just has it there. Okay, so he's not deleted this, he's talking about hyper normalization, right? So it's really what something is cooking at Tesla, right, with the chip and the supercomputer. And why is Elon Musk trying so hard to actually do all of this, right? Because he sees some value, and that's the goal, at least as far as Elon Musk is concerned, right? So sending this tweet to via Starlink, right, which is Elon Musk's internet company, also with satellite being charging cars and updating software on Tesla.